Hey guys, welcome back. Tarot by THC. We are doing the Weekend Warriors reading, okay? I think I'm going to try the thing I did last time, which was do our major cards with an overlay for each sign. I really like that format of reading. I'm going to give that another try today. And yeah, I think it's going to be super special. I'm sweating through my shirt. So hot. Pardon me if I undress a little bit. Okay. All right, here we go. About to get started here. I appreciate you guys who tune in. I appreciate you guys who check this out later. I appreciate you guys. First I want to apologize to everyone who was in the chat last time. I'm sorry. I could not see anyone chatting, so I didn't believe anyone was in the chat box, so I didn't give you any readings like I said I would, and that's totally fine, for me at least. So, let's see. Okay, so I've changed the settings now. Now I should be able to see chats, okay? So people are chatting, go ahead and hit me up, and let me know what's going on. I want to throw out some cards for people who are in the chat room, and we could probably do an overlay for you if you choose to join me again. Those of you who are not too jaded and upset that I didn't see you last time, okay. So anyway, so we are now here at February 8th, Friday. Let's see what kind of mischief we can start this morning. Afternoon. Oh, it's afternoon now. About 12:24. Now, I have had some of the craziest downloads and dreams in general. So I'm hoping that everyone is, feeling intuitive, feeling magnetic, and just feeling that they are in control, okay? I think that if you saw some of my eclipse hangover readings, we all know that things were difficult. And it's hard to be a type of reader that is just like, oh, everything's super positive, okay? So I'm not here to put a spin on it necessarily. I do want to give you actionable information, okay? Things that you can leave with and make changes in your life. So I'd love you guys to continue to contact me for private readings. I really appreciate those of you who have emailed me and made comments, and given me your story. So, I just want to honor you and all the signs here in our Chinese New Year of the Pig, okay? So let's all be fat and happy. Let's check it out. And I'm going to start this party off with Capricorn. Okay, I feel like they always get the, I really feel like Pisces and Aquarius always get the short end. So I'm going to start off with Capricorn for the beginning of the year. And then we will move to Aquarius and Pisces. And then keep it going throughout the yearly cycle, okay? Got my open source music here to create a little ambiance. So I listen to all the cars in the background. Okay, just trying to tap in. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort out the majors, okay? So the majors are going to be what we put down first. After the majors, we are going to put down the minors, and the minors are going to clarify. Okay? The reason I do this is because I feel like the energy of the majors is much more universal. I feel like it's much more in alignment with what's happening in the stars. And then what we're really doing is we're often looking at what's happening in the I really believe that we're looking at certain elements that are working in the astrology, specifically with the majors. Then we can see how that astrology and that layout is starting to affect you. Okay, the way I do my reading is that it's basically a modified Celtic cross. So you're going to see the classic Celtic cross, but instead of having this kind of line, I just continue to spiral around the other four cards, because what that does is it illustrates the individual and it illustrates the environment around the individual. So we're just kind of using a little bit of tarot technology, okay? I might even start saying that, tarot tech, okay, with some of these spreads and things like that. Okay? All right, so I've got all my majors sorted out, okay? All my majors sorted. You guys can copy this. And I've been reading I've been reading tarot for 20 years, mostly majors. So that's what I'm familiar with, but there's always so much more to learn, so I appreciate you guys who want to experiment with this, experiment in this area. I appreciate you guys who are very intuitive, but what we want to really apply is some of that technological kind of methodology. The reason I really have so much respect for the Kabbalah is that it's very scientific, okay? It's very tested, and by it being so static in its own way, it's something that we can build off of. Okay, and I believe that the Kabbalah is a type of kind of technology, and just like magic and manifestation, it's a sort of a technique, a procedure. Okay, sort of technology. I feel like kind of a mental, psychic, magical tech, metaphysical. Yeah, metaphysical technology. Okay. So let's see what we got on our majors for the weekend. All signs. Okay, this is going to be the spread. These are going to be the cards for all signs. Okay, then we're going to go back through and we're going to go one by one by one, and we're going to break each one down with the 4-card minor arcana overlay. Okay, so majors. Okay. Now go ahead and check this out. See if you can emulate it, okay? So this is the querent. This is you asking the questions, okay? This is what crosses you. At your feet, this is what you have to work with, okay? This is what is in your actionable past. Your effective past, the past that is affecting this reading, okay? This is what you know, and that is kind of like in your mind and in your conscious bit of knowledge, okay? We know that there is change, stagnation, that change is coming and it's taking a moment. And then we see here, this is what's coming up to your future, a more actionable, tangible manifestation of the actual things that are going on, okay? Now, I will lay these cards down. This is the general. This would be a general reading for all signs. Okay. So by putting these here and creating a sort of this really represents the person. Okay. Okay. You can see like the let's see if we can get this going right. You can see the head, the feet, and the left and right arm. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to put this down. It's probably flipped over. Now I'm going to put my majors down. At the bottom of my deck is the star reversed. Okay, that's going to inform the nature of some of this reading. Okay. Now I'm going to get my minor arcana. Okay. And we can reshuffle the minor. So after I do this reading, then I will lay down the minor arcana, and I will lay the minor arcana down like this. So for each sign. Okay, so I would do the situation, the environment, or even the problem in the environment. Now, then I would put down the hopes and fears in this position here. Okay, hopes and fears. From hopes and fears, I would do more of the an outcome in an environmental way. So this would be more of the literal outcome. What does it look like? But this outcome kind of tells me what is the significance. Now, when I've got this set up here and I've got this kind of lattice work, I'd be able to look around in this sort of spiral formation. So I can look starting here. I would be able to look around in a spiral and kind of come in here, okay? And you kind of have to remember sacred geometry and Fibonacci and things like that, okay? Now I can also look at the situation, okay? I can see how the situation is affecting the querent and what's crossing them and how that affects their hopes and fears. Now, this hopes and fears is also analogous to the subconscious. So I've got the subconscious and the conscious mind right here, subconscious and conscious. Now I can also come back down. I can look at the environment. I can see how the environment is affecting the querent and what's crossing the querent and how that comes out to the significance of the outcome. Okay, so now I can do a interpretation through this path. I can do an interpretation through this path. Okay. Now again, these are how the environmental factors are playing out with a person. I can also see more about this person by checking out what's in their head, their heart, and in their hands. Okay, what's in their head, what's in their heart, and hands, and this is kind of like hands and feet. Okay. Now I can see the more actionable past, how that actionable past relates to what happens in the tangible future. Okay. In the actual literal manifestation. So now you see I can come up and down, okay, and follow this around, okay? So I have several paths I can work with by using this kind of 10-card grid, all right? Now I can come across, I can come here, okay? And I can create this kind of spiral. Really, I probably should even start here with my spiral or even explain it this way, okay? But these two do inform, you know, they're all connected in it. But I can follow the course of energy from the situation to the resources, to the environment, to the past, and how that's affected the environment and what kind of things set up the environment. And also what's in our subconscious hopes and fears, okay? These are the things we probably are not as sure about, or we don't necessarily consciously know, but these are things that are affecting us and motivating us. We can now look into our conscious mind, which is knowledge, our intentions, and things that we actually perceive with our head and our eyes. And we can follow that to the significant outcome, okay? Now if you remember, I've got two outcome cards. The first outcome card is more of a literal, physical, tangible, like this is what we see, this is what we get. This is, again, more of the significance of this outcome, okay? All right, so now I'm following around, and I can follow this back here to my outcome card, and then come back into the heart of the situation, okay? And see how this heart of the situation is relating to this outcome, okay? And I can even bring it back up to thought, something like that, okay? So you see there's a sort of, this is, again, where I'm saying technology, okay? It's not only what's on the cards, it's also the placement of the cards, okay? And then how can we cross-connect the cards and their position and create deeper meaning and deeper interpretations, okay? So if you want this reading for yourself, for only your particular energy, then email me at theharlequincafe@gmail.com, and I will be able to make a personal reading for you. And you will be able to see how these energies are playing out for you specifically, not just the milieu of the multitudes. All right, okay. So again, I thank you all for checking out Tarot by THC. Okay, and let's get started. So at the bottom of our deck, we see that the star is reverse. Okay, when I see the star reverse. when I see the star reverse, we're really looking at someone who is kind of anointed for this placement, okay? But the challenge with the star reverse is that there's a little bit of a misalignment of what the person is trying to do and what they are intended to do. I think here for us that there is an issue of chitter chatter, that we, instead of being the spoken word of God, we are trying to speak the word of God, okay? So something that we can do here is scale back and make sure that we're not operating out of a place of arrogance, and that we're not being too much of a dark star, okay? When we see the star card, we want to consider that this star card is intended to be an anointed personification of the will of a higher being, that this person is in some ways possessed, that they're touched, that they're being ridden like a horse, okay? And that they're the actions that they do are fulfilling the will of a higher being, that higher being is using them as a vessel to express themselves, okay? So when we are reversed, it's saying that we are somehow incompatible with that higher being, that we are somehow like out of sync and out of fluctuation with that higher being, and that's affecting, and that is going to affect how we are getting things done in the world, and how we are having such a major impact, and how we are, or if we're not at all. And this can actually highlight some of the struggles that are happening in our life today, because the star reverse to me suggests being out of sync with the gods, okay? Now I believe this is also, and I'm just still learning my astrology, but I believe this is also Aquarian energy, okay? And with this Aquarian energy, we're going to be able to think about our new fresh start and setting ourselves up in the world in a different way. Let me. Okay, sorry, I just want to check this out really quickly. Okay, so now, even now at the heart of our reading, we have the Empress, okay? The Empress reverse, okay? This is a someone who I believe is actually being cut off from resources, someone who's being cut off from their own creativity, and maybe not being able to tap into the depth of their abilities the way they wish. With this crossed by the High Priestess here, this is also suggesting a mother and a daughter, okay? This is a mother-daughter energy, and you know, there's a powerful relationship between these two people. The mother and the daughter are highly affected by each other, okay? The mother wants to, the mother energy here really adores the daughter and wants the daughter to be, you know, just a reflection of their highest hopes and aspirations. So when I see it reverse, it could be a bit of the maternal energy overshadowing and being a little bit too intense for the daughter energy, okay? This can also suggest that there is sort of a latent I almost feel like there's a certain element of sacrifice here. I've also got the Hangman below. I feel like there's an element of sacrifice happening from a maternal figure, and that this maternal figure is either feeling blocked or from their child, from this childlike energy, blocked from their creativity, blocked from, or even being paralyzed in a way where they have to sit and hold a certain bit of knowledge that they're not going to be able to share and not be able to express right now. What further enforces this is the Hangman at your feet, okay? With the Hangman at the feet, we see someone who is still immobilized, but this is a person with a notion. This is a person with an idea. This is a person who has not yet freed themselves. Okay, there can be certain escape artist sort of energy here, where we don't necessarily know, and I can't wait till I get my spellcaster's tarot deck, but to have that Houdini kind of concept where we don't really know how this person is unlocking their chains. Okay, this person is doing something and kind of trying to look innocent. This person is maybe watching and not kind of perceiving things where other people are not paying attention. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, I like the window open for like fresh air. But ultimately, what I think is happening here is that, there's a situation going on. Maybe there's mother and daughter involved, but someone is being completely distanced from their input, from being able to be creative, from being able to speak into this person's life and having as much authority over their life as they would normally want to have. I think that someone is sitting back and watching, and that they're perceiving a situation and they're kind of strategizing in their mind, or even still just taking in information, that they're watching a lot of different things, that they're watching the environment and everyone move around, and that they're not interacting with the environment, but they're watching, and that they're waiting for their moment to be able to say something and be able to put their 2 cents in and, and in some ways free themselves, okay, and find ways to make their own action. In our actionable past, we see that the Hierophant here, I'm sorry, not the Hierophant, the Hermit here is, standing alone. He's searching. He's introspective. He's, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. But this same isolated energy. Okay. So I think that in the past, the Hermit was kind of like looking for personal inner information. I think that person now has you watchers you have this information. I think that you're going to kind of sit still for a moment and let a lot of things play out. And I see that in our head, what we see, in a more of our conscious, is again that challenge, is that, when are these things going to finish? When are some of these things actually going to die? Like we're kind of just waiting for some energies to finish and finalize and play out, and so this is obviously a Virgo, Scorpio, Cancer, okay, coming up to this Chariot card reverse. With the Chariot card reverse, we're seeing people who are either holding position. We see people who are holding position. I think the whole energy of what's going on here is a lot of waiting. I think that maybe we did as much as we can, and now we are in a holding pattern. I think that some people are being affected by their children, because this is also, a child kind of energy. That these are, special. It's not just a regular child energy. It's like, special care being taken over these children. Okay, so or this project, or these energies that need to come together, but these are energies that are probably not completely fused, things that are not completely manifest. However, each of these energies is being nurtured. Okay, so it can be the light or the dark, but both are being nurtured, both are trying to be understood and cultivated and harmonized. Okay, for the intent of the writer here. All right, so we clearly have lots of water energy when I see the High Priestess, and with the Scorpio as Death and the Cancer as the Chariot. Okay, so there's an emotional quality here. There's a mysterious quality here. There is something about the population. Okay, so we've got to think about the relationship. Got to really be thinking about relationships. Okay, so all right. So now that's just kind of a general. Okay, we can always go deeper. there's definitely someone who has got some, there are definitely some of the Virgo energies who are, who've made a massive impact in the past. Some of you who have been able to say things that have been able to strike a chord with others. I think that there has been this isolation, okay? I think that, yeah, I see it just a general waiting, almost just like waiting. It's almost like this, say like a faction, like a cell group or something like that. You're just waiting for to get the go ahead to kind of like storm the castle and free this princess here. Everyone's just kind of like waiting to see what happens. Okay. Yeah, and just to go with that, with the High Priestess and the Star, those are both childlike energies to me. Okay, so let's get started here with Capricorn. And we're going to relate some of this basic framework to the Capricorn overlay, and that's going to be with the Minor Arcana. Normally I'm like super high energy, and right now I'm just kind of like chilling. So I hope that's okay. If you guys think I'm talking too slow, just change the speed. Change the speed. Think I'm talking too fast? Change the speed. Okay, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, I'm going to say you've got some issues here, perhaps with the law. I see that we've got the King of Swords has shown up for you. The Page of Cups, another childlike energy. The Knight of Swords in the subconscious hopes and fears. And we've got the significant manifestation as the Ace of Swords reverse. Okay, so Capricorns, I feel like some of you are just not getting to say what you want to say. I think that some of you are not having the victory that you had hoped for. I think that there is a general need for Capricorns to be moving on and looking to the future and looking to what is important for their own personal values. And from that, being able to project their own intentions into the future, okay? Yeah, Capricorns are sitting here where I see there's some kind of this mother-child energy, okay? Or some of you who are being held back from your creativity, or being held back from, or who maybe even have this deep, rich well of information in them, but they are not able to express themselves accurately and properly. Some of you are just sitting here and holding out and waiting and watching things go by, but feeling powerless as these events are happening and changing. In the past, there is this isolated energy, but with this isolated energy, this person was able to think and consider and strategize and make a plan and to have inspiration and revelation, okay? That they're able to come down from their mountaintop to affect this great change. Now, with this great change, the challenge here for the, again, with the scorpionic energy for the Capricorn is that the change has started, but the change isn't finished yet. Okay, this thing has not fully passed through. There are some details that still need to be finished, but it's almost here. This change is on the horizon. Okay, and once that change comes, there's going to be this kind of like a bit of another stop. Okay, it's going to be a different kind of stop. It's going to be a time where you're organizing your resources, organizing your efforts, and thinking of how everything fits together and how you can then move forward from the current situation. There needs to be a re-evaluation of the playing field for Capricorns, okay? Is that now is the time to stop and reassess the field, okay? Reassess the playing field here for yourself so that you're able to win, okay? So that you're able to have an advantage and put in the hard work that you can and make a difference here for not only your life, but probably this children energy, this childlike energy. Okay. So the situation is that, the situation for Capricorn is that some of you have actually been put on hold. Okay. Some of you actually have been put on hold. Someone has said something that has actually stopped you or bound you somehow. But with this information, it's still enlightening, okay? And giving you a perspective that you probably didn't have before. The environment is rich with a fertile offer, okay? This is another, again, a childlike energy, okay? So this could be an offer of children. This could be an offer of someone speaking about children. This could be someone again, water, another water energy here, okay? This could be... that Piscean energy. Okay. And now with this, and really what I feel is that someone has found a strategy with children. Okay. Someone has been able to stop and either talk to children, create a strategy for the children, around the children, in some ways by the children. Okay, I think that this is a fresh creative energy that has come and has been filtered through someone who has much more experience. And with this creative energy and that someone with experience is learning how to transmute this and turning it into something that they can actually take action with. I think in your fears is that you're either not going to be able to be there, or that people are not going to be able to come. That there's not going to be that there's either maybe not going to be transportation, but also that, some of you are afraid of being let down. Okay. Some of you are afraid of a flash in the pan situation that is just destabilizing for you. Some of you are afraid that the children are just going to be too preoccupied, and that they're either not going to want to come to you. Okay. And that you are the one feeling isolated and alone. Okay. Because the children are pursuing this other thing. Now, this could be a creative talent, not just necessarily children, but there are a lot of child cards here. And I don't see the Hierophant here, so I don't believe this is a teacher. I do see the Mother Empress here, so I do believe that this is a family structure. There's possibly a legal situation going on here when I see that these three swords have emerged in the environment. I think that there is some negotiation and discussion around the children, where the children go, okay? And that there's a great change coming, and that this is the difficult change. And I think that some Scorpios are feeling that they don't have a voice, and Scorpios are feeling that they can't really affect the situation. Some Scorpios feeling that they're a little bit held back. And this isn't like a self-created situation. This is like you're literally being blocked and stopped and held back. And that there are very stationary energies here for the Capricorn. So remember I said that, these are all very stationary kind of energies, things that are not passing and moving through the way that they should be. Okay. This guy has to go off alone and find his thing. This guy is forced to be alone. Okay. This guy wants to go in, but cannot, and this wants to change and metamorphosize and make a transition, but it can't, okay? So it's still kind of stuck. So all of this is just time will tell. We're waiting on the maturing. We're waiting the maturation of all of these energies. And really, as we see the planets kind of moving, I think the planets should be moving direct. If they're not already, then that's when we're going to start to see some of the really big change and the forward thrust, okay? So take this time, Capricorn. While you're sitting here stationary, take this time and reflect. Take this time and get yourself together, gain perspective, okay? Take this time and instead of being projective and, it's important to take this time and reflect and look at the new playing field before you can strategize and see your way out of this situation, Capricorn. Okay, that's what I think is going on here. Yeah, I think that there's going to be some cutting, some cutting off of relationship with children from parents. Okay, and or it could be that the cutting off of a control where the children have more freedom. Yeah, it's just that the focus needs to be about the kids. Okay, the focus needs to be on the project. The focus needs to be on the core project, and not you and how you were reflected by this project and how you feel and what does this project say about you. That's irrelevant. The question is what's happening on this project and what's happening with the children. Okay. Okay, Capricorns. So you guys can hit me up, theharlequincafe@gmail.com, and see what's up with that. Okay, and see how we can set some intentions, some strategies. Some of you may need to do some cord cutting. Okay, some of you need to let the little ones or big ones spread their wings, your offspring spread their wings and fly. Some of you need to step back and see what they are going to do, see what the project is going to do, see what how the environment changes before you're fully interacting with it and feeling like you're effective. Right now, I think Capricorn is just feeling a little bit like bewildered, you know, and the only thing that's going to clear that bewilderment is by focusing on the goals, focusing on the values, okay, and letting that inform how you're able to proceed. Remembering that the most important thing is the project. The most important thing are the kids, not how you feel about it, not what you have to sacrifice, and not how it affects your ego, okay? So that's what I hope for Capricorns is to get that done. Let's pull some of these, my lucky cards. And with the lucky cards, we're going to be able to find some points of leverage for you, okay? Some ways that you can leverage the situation and make it turn out a little bit. You can find the meaning in the situation, okay? And get more aligned with your course and your destiny here so that you are in alignment and that you are in, good karma. Okay, let's look and see what we got here for you, Capricorn. Yeah, some legal. Definitely, and now again, yeah. These can definitely be lawyers and judges. Okay, this can definitely be, I'm sorry if you can see that. This is my King and Jack of spades. All right, so this can definitely be, someone brought in an issue. That issue got, that person got stronger with this issue, with their argument, okay, and their contention in this thing. And, I feel like you clammed up, or there's something that you couldn't say. And your hope is for this great satisfaction and success. You have to trust that through your inability to act is actually a good thing, and that this inability for you to act is actually transforming that. Hello, yes, you can ask a question. Were you here last time? Because I totally did not see the chat. So I want to apologize to everyone individually that I did not see the chat. I did not answer any questions last video, but I will answer your question now, Ines. Okay. But again, just to finish with my Capricorns, ooh, some money, sneaky money. Okay, Capricorns, I think the situation's happening where something is actually, it's probably a legal thing. It's probably a legal thing with kids, just from the way this is playing out. And maybe this is just a manifestation of people in my life. But okay. And I think that this might be a legal situation, guys, that is affecting the children and is going to affect your money, and that either they're going to legally maneuver money away from you, or around, somehow legally manipulating money. Okay, that could be, I see some kind of sneaky energy here. Okay, around money and work. Okay. Okay, so there could be secret money. There could be someone with secret money, secret income. There could be money that is being snuck out of your pocket, people who are taking authority over money that wouldn't normally have the authority over the money. Okay, if this is a child support issue, this could be that you are changing, that something's changing in the child support, and that these are things that you don't have power over. Okay, and you think that it's sneaky and nefarious, but again, this is all happening legally. Okay, so the question is, how can Capricorns get in line with the legal environment? Okay, Ines, look at what we got here, darling. Can you tell me if the music is too loud? Okay, but here, I want you to look at this. So this is our major arcana overlay, Ines. This is what I give to people when they have a private reading. Okay, maybe you can see this or not. Okay. When you get a private reading, this is what you're going to see. Okay. You're going to see the heart of the situation here. Okay. You're going to see what's in your head, what's at your feet, what's in your more actionable past and the important past, and the things that have influenced the situation to the future here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay another card, another card, another card, another card. This is going to be your environment. So this is you as an individual soul. Okay. And then when we see the other cards lay out, they're going to be your environment. Okay. And okay. All right. And you can check out the beginning of the video if it'll give you more clarity. It was just a simple major reading. Okay, good. Okay. It's just gonna be a simple major reading. And now we're gonna add the minors for Ines. And we're going to be able to check out Sultan. Okay, yeah, so if this is resonating with you, then I would already see that there's a situation of waiting. Okay, let me try to reevaluate this for Ines. What can she do? Okay. Sultan, going to call her. Okay. What does he think? Okay, so here's the situation. Okay, you've got even more water. You've got a lot more water coming up here. Okay, I think that there is an urgent situation here where the money needs to be sorted out, and that probably this person is very focused on that money because of it just is sense of urgency. Okay, there's an opportunity. There might be danger for this person if they don't get their material world figured out. At the bottom of the deck, I've got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this person probably has a good opportunity right now, Ines, and they're yeah, and they need to focus on. I see you commenting on the financial problems. Yeah, and this person really needs to get themselves together. Okay, there is a situation here that it could be affecting the home. The home and the family life are at jeopardy. Okay, the home life, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups, you know, their emotional satisfaction could be in jeopardy. Okay, so they've really got to get something sorted out and get it solid, something started, launched, and stabilized. I think that both of you, I think you want to be together. I think both of you are sad. Okay, I feel like from the fact that you're not together. Okay, both of you want to be together. But I think that you're a little bit further along in your personal development and having a greater sense of stability. So that's the challenge for this person because, yeah. So what I'm seeing in the environment here is that a lot of work, a lot of physical work needs to be done. Okay, there's a lot of building, a lot of prioritizing that the situation takes this person needing to really be focused on work, focus on work. Okay, because they're realizing that they just got to reorganize their priorities because they are not going to survive. They are not going to live. They are not going to make it unless they get this work done. Okay. You know, you are here in their environment. They see you and you see them. Okay. And you're upset. You want to be with this person. Okay. But this person needs to be alone. Okay. This person needs to focus. This person needs to get their work done. This person needs to see their way out of this forest, out of the situation. They need to find their way back down from the mountain. Okay, they've got to find their way back down. They've got to get themselves together. Okay, or they're just not going to survive. Okay, and this person we see is this person is upset, and this person probably even had to renege on you, like say, oh, I want to offer you something, but then take it back. Okay, because this person has to totally reevaluate their circumstance right now. Okay, their circumstance is going to change, but it's still going to take that long, hard work. And again, their priorities cannot be emotional. They cannot have the emotional priorities. You see these two white horses of victory? They have to ride that horse of victory. Okay, and they have to find where they can be successful. It's not going to be everywhere. Okay, they cannot do everything everywhere for everyone. Okay, so right now they've got to really take care of themselves and have their own personal victory and their own personal transformation, so that then they can manifest that in a larger way and share their love more and share what they have. But I almost feel like there's oh yeah, okay, so I think that he's just busy. I think that he's busy because what we're coming here is this. I think that he wants to hold on to you. I think that you want to hold on to each other. I think that the person is really busy and that they are trying to hold on to their coins. And I think they're going to be successful. I think they're really going to be able to hold on to their money. I think that when they've got this money, they're going to then be able to refocus, okay, and get their act together, okay. Right now, they cannot rush in. They've got to hold on. They've got to hold on. So this is a situation for faith. You've got to have faith. You've got to have faith. And this guy's got to have faith. And you got to have faith in each other. And you've got to be able to hold out, because this person is held back from their prosperity and their creativity. They've got to get some stuff done. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So he has to find a job. I see. Yeah. Okay, so this person has to get some stuff done. This person, okay, let me put this in a greater context. They're looking, I think the job thing is going to be good because this is them working. Now, the situation is working, and we're seeing that they're going to have their pinnacles. They're going to get their money up, but some of this might also be going into a vehicle. Okay, they may need to get their vehicle set up too. Okay, and I think that that's going to be an important priority. Once that vehicle is here, or once let's see. Yeah. This person needs to put. This person needs to save up for a deposit. Okay, this person does not have enough for a deposit or a down payment. Okay, but that down payment is going to come. Okay, and they're going to have a down payment, but that down payment may be at the sacrifice of other bills and things that they need to take care of. Okay, so that is probably a challenge, is that they may be sacrificing some bills in order to kind of have a more long-term goal. They may be taking some like knocks on the chin to win a bigger war and a bigger thing. So it may look like they're having financial struggles, but they're not trying to be the page. They're not trying to have this little money. They want this bigger money, okay? So this person is looking for bigger money, a bigger long-term opportunity. This person is looking to be husband type material. That's their aspiration, okay? That's their aspiration, is to be set up, okay? Is to be sorted out. So if you are able to even advise them financially, if you're in that position, I'm not going to say loan them money, but if you're able to advise them, that might be helpful, or any kind of financial advisement that they can get. Again, when I'm seeing these knighted figures here, these horseback figures, this is someone who is very serious about getting something done. Okay, they really need to get something done. Okay, they don't necessarily know how to get all this stuff done, and they're going to work it out, and it's going to be through trial and error. This person's going to try and try and try again, and they're going to get it. They're going to get it. Okay, Ines? Oh, but you are not in contact. Let me reposition. Okay, you are not in contact. Missing a card. Okay. And is he going to contact you? I think that he wants to see you. So I think that for him, not seeing you, the answer for him is going to look like a no. But even for a phone call, I think, let's see. Okay, Ines, I think that you need to reach out. I think that he has a lot of things going on. Okay, I think that he's got a lot of things in his ear. I think that even the contacts that he may, even contact might get lost or a message might get lost. And I think that he is just juggling those, his priorities. It might even be juggling, finding the time to really be able to connect. And he might be confused a little bit about what to say. Okay, and I think that that is affecting you and hurting you and making you feel a little bit diminished and mousy. But I wouldn't it seems like it's hurting your self-confidence. Okay, but I would not allow this to hurt your self-confidence. Okay, what I would encourage you to do, Ines, is to continue to shine, continue to glow, continue to be glorious. Okay, because that glorious energy that you have is going to only further attract him. Okay, and inspire him. When when a man or a male masculine energy is deeply attracted to a feminine energy, that masculine energy is going to see a strong motivation. They're going to be motivated to do whatever they've got to do. Okay. So yeah, so just continue to attract, continue to be glorious and glamorous, continue to be open. Okay. But not, clinging to him, because he's busy. He really is busy. And there's a little it's one thing, you don't want to be a distraction. You want to be an inspiration. Okay, Ines? Okay? You don't want to distract him by needing him and clinging to him while he's just busy. You want him to look to you and see you and be like, wow, I'm really inspired. I'm motivated to do more and more and more for this person. Okay? Is that helpful? Yeah, cool. Yeah. Okay. So I hope that that's helpful for you. Yeah. Well, it's the beginning of the year, Ines. First, I will say that. Uh-oh, I pulled up my majors. It's the beginning of the year. So I haven't seen anything that is saying like, hold on. Sorry. Let me just hook this back up really quick. Sorry, I got too carried away and pulled up all my cards, which I shouldn't have done. Okay, all right. So do I think that there's going to be a contract? I don't know if that is important to him. I don't know if I think that he can reach out to you, but I don't know. I still think that he's going to be really preoccupied. Okay. And I think that by being preoccupied, that's gonna trump everything. Okay. Let's see about contact and commitment. And then I'm gonna hit up Ninja. Contact and commitment. You guys hit me up for a personal reading. Okay, email me at theharlequincafe@gmail.com. This will be specifically for you and your energies. Okay. Let's see what we got. Will there be personal contact for Ines and Pursuiter Consultant? Woo. Okay. I want to say yes. Okay. I'm going to say yes. However, the issues have not gone away. Okay. I think that the issue of his stability is still very important. I think that he is going to want to make some kind of commitment with you, maybe even moving in or something like that, but living together or something. But he's going to really want to make a solid commitment with you, but he still has some maturing. He's still got a lot to do to really, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. Okay, Ines, like he might make that commitment to you, but you've got to remember, like, this person is still building. They're still in this kind of like building mode. And I think that he wants both. He wants you and his own status and his prosperity. Okay, so I think that's the challenge for you is, are you going to be patient? Are you going to be available for him? Are you going to endure this person being really like passionate and emotional about you and like, yeah, let's do this, but then it flipping, and then this person like, oh, I got to go to work, I got to take care of all of this stuff, sorry, I know we made these plans and I've got to cancel, but I've really just got to get this work done. Okay, so I think that's the challenginess. Okay, let's check out Ninja. Thank you. Oh, you're amazing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So, I mean, that's something. If you're talking about, yeah, you guys, that could be something. Is that is that you just have a longer view. Okay, you just have a longer term commitment to each other, and know that you're going to have to transition from study to professional life. To having all of your home and your car and resources and things like that all around you. Like, you guys have to build. You guys have both got to build, and you got to be patient with each other and know that he's not finished growing. He's not finished growing. Okay. I feel like you're more mature and set in your identity, but this person is still growing. And what you want to do is have that person grow into you and be more and more compatible with you. Okay, so you're gonna have to be very patient. You're gonna have to be very mature. You're gonna be the more mature of these energies. Okay. So when you're waiting, fall back into your creativity. Okay. While you're waiting for him, fall back into your own creativity and power and your own self dignity. Okay. And that's going to see you through. Is that when you realize, okay, he's busy, then it's my turn. Me on me. Okay. All right. So let's see what we got. Ninja. Oh, I'm sorry. I said Ninja. Nina, love for you. Thank you, Nina. JG. Let's see what we got, JG. Hey, Nina. Sorry I called you Ninja. I don't have my glasses. Okay, all right, Nina, let's see what we got for you. Okay, Nina, you can rewind to see more of what the major arcana are for you and over everyone. Yeah, sorry. Okay, and maybe you are a ninja, I don't know. But you can see what this is. Again, there's lots of water energy. There is a general sense for everyone with the alignment of this holding pattern, everyone kind of seeing how the cards lay. Okay, how everything plays out. Okay. Sorry. Okay, friends. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got for Nina and JG. Nina and JG. You guys hit me up for a personal reading. theharlequincafe at gmail.com. I'm going to also do coffee giveaways, chocolate giveaways. You guys, I have a private label of coffee, organic, New Orleans, amazing coffee, okay? And I'm gonna be giving these bags away. I've also got some amazing chocolate from Ghana, which is from the rainforest in Ghana, okay? I'm gonna be having giveaways with some of this stuff, guys. Yeah, I get so excited about it, but I also love tarot. This was my coffee channel that's turning into my tarot channel. Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna bring you some of that New Orleans hoodoo, juju, voodoo. Okay, all right, let's see Nina. Okay, Nina. Okay, you're gonna have, I think, yeah, there might be a little bit of heartbreak here, okay? Your guy, your question is, let me get back to your question. Oh, Ines, I'm sorry, Ines, I did not look at a time frame, but just consider this year. Just think of it all as a 1-year project, okay? Okay, now you're asking, is there going to be a commitment with this guy, JG? Okay, so what I'm seeing in the environment is that there has been, a bit of a lost situation in that fulfillment. Okay, either it's been lost or it's somehow delayed, and that it is not fully mature, this opportunity with this person. Okay, so there is definitely some kind of reflection going on here. Okay, there is a reflection going on here, and people kind of stopping to look and seeing what's going on. Some people are looking at their own actions and what's led you to the situation. I think that's going to be important for you and him, is that you guys oh, okay, it's a different guy. Oh, cool, you love chocolate. Like ex love, not judging. Okay, yeah, your hope is to move on, and I think you're going to be able to hold on to this, to the one that you want, to what you want. Okay, but yeah, there is, maybe this is that if you're talking about this breakup, yeah, there's some reflection on what's going on here. I feel like the breakup guy is not out of the picture fully yet. Like this, I feel like this person is kind of like watching. Okay, yeah, I see this breakup here. Yeah, this guy, I feel like you broke up with this guy. This guy has not moved on. This guy is still watching. Okay, whoever this guy is. Okay, the ex. Okay, you're trying to move on and move forward with what you've got and take your cup of love somewhere else. But I think that this person may be watching. Okay, not spying, but kind of like just like kind of trying to, isn't really sure what to do and kind of trying to keep the door open. Okay, you're moving. Yeah, I feel like you already moved on, and that you have a clearer sense of your own direction. You got a clearer sense of your own guiding light and your guiding force. I hope you guys can see, because my computer seems frozen. So I hope you can see me. It looks like my camera is still on, and I cannot see any chat. He needs to stop watching. I could care less. Okay, that's the last thing I read. All right, sorry, I can't read anything else. For some reason it's frozen, and it should probably clear back up in a second here, I'm hoping. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, I think that's that one person. Okay, now I think that by you breaking your own thing, oh, there we go. Okay, now by you breaking off and getting more in touch with your priorities and your own goals, what's really speaking to you, that this offer of love you're hoping for, and I think you're going to really be able to attract it in. Okay, the situation with the ex is not over, and the ex might even try to come back to you with another offer. Okay, and the question is, what are you gonna hold on to? Okay, and I think what you're going to hold on to, yeah, I think you're going to stand firm and moving on. Okay, I feel like let me see if this is really speaking about JG, because this is really speaking about the ex a lot. This is speaking about the ex a lot. Okay. This guy, I feel like, yeah, this is speaking about the ex a lot. And I think that you're going to have to really, yeah. Okay, yeah. At the bottom of the deck, this is what you got. Okay. So I think that you're really going to have to, I think this guy, JG, is spectacular to you. And I think that you guys are going to complement each other. This is fire and water. So there's going to be some things that are a bit different, but I think that there are going to be some things that are going to be really compatible, and that you guys are going to be a really kind of like dazzling pair. But I do think that the previous guy is still in the picture. Okay. So you're going to have to somehow ditch that guy. Yeah, I feel like he will try. I don't. Yeah. Okay, if he's cheating and narcissistic and all of that, then definitely you're gonna have to You're going to have to break it off with him, okay? But yeah, just don't let him distract you, okay? All right, so that was cool. That was Capricorns, and that was some private readings, okay? So you guys can jump to... When do I think he'll reach out? It might be it might be a little while. It might be a couple of months. Okay, I'm thinking like by March or April. Okay, if you don't hear, yeah, or yeah, and I'm like 1 month, March, April. Okay, it's like those are the two things that I'm getting in 1 month, 4 weeks. Okay, and March, April. Okay. Okay. So it might, so yeah, it might, so, oh, it might be 5 weeks then, if that's kind of the thing. It might be the last week of March, okay? Or when the sign, maybe around when the sign changes, okay? From March, the March sign to the April sign, Pisces to the, is it Aries? Yeah, Pisces to Aries, okay? So as the sign changes, as we see the cusp start to line up in the solar return, then that's probably when he'll reach out to you, okay? Yeah, but you know, again, this person, the X is reflecting. The X is reflecting also. The X is trying to transform. The X is like, the X has an awakening. Like, oh, what the freaking A did I do? Okay. So yeah, he probably lost you, and that's what he did, and that's why it's going to be like da 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 da. But you know, and that's what he's watching. He's probably watching to see if and how you move on. I think that even if, here's the trick, and this is still part of manifestation. Okay, even if you are not necessarily with JG at the time, you need to project this, I've moved on. You've got to accept that into your aura, into your energy, into your karma. You can do some kind of cord cutting at the new moon, okay, and a banishing, you know, a kind, gentle banishing, and you know, cord cutting with this guy or something like that when we get to the dark moon. And that's in a month. That's in a month, okay, because we just finished the new moon, okay? So the new moon is a great time to do cord cutting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, like, share, subscribe, guys. Okay. All right, smart guys. Okay, I always call my students smart guys. So let's jump now from Capricorn. Oh, we're gonna jump to Pisces. Okay, if anybody wants any kind of particular card pull for them, let me know. If you want a full 37 card reading, hit me up at theharlequincafe at gmail.com. Okay, you guys can donate by clicking the bit.ly below to keep this channel going. I would love to get some new cards. As you can see, my cards are well loved. But I love to bring you guys some cool different readings. I've got some cards that I've ordered from the Ukraine. These are cards based off of the artist Gustave Doré. He has an incredible line of Bible cards where he takes biblical stories, okay, from the artwork of Gustave Doré, and they are put in place of all of the 78 cards of the tarot. I am a Bible nerd. I am a religion nerd. I am all about, you know, I know, I hate to say, everything there is to know about the Western esoteric traditions, okay? So by blending that with the biblical scriptures, what we are going to really be able to see is how when Moses, you know, took off to Egypt, Africa, okay, he lived and was educated there, and then Christ, Yeshua, Jesus, he was pursued by his king. They fled to Egypt. He grew up there for like 12 years, okay, maybe 12 years. maybe 9 to 12 years, okay? And he came back with this deep, powerful knowledge, this ancient Egyptian education, both Moses, both Yeshua. So they bring this thing into what we call Judeo-Christianity today, all right? And we have to stop and ask ourselves, okay, well, why are there so many of these references in the tarot? Why are there so many of these biblical references in the tarot? Why do we see the hanged man on a cross? Why? Why do we see this concept, this Holy Spirit goddess concept holding the Torah or tarot? Why? Okay, why? Why do we see the woman with this crown of stars like in the book of Revelation? This is all here, okay? Why do we see the same Moses figure on the mountaintop? Okay, why do we see death? Okay, and a priest kind of figure. Okay, so we've got to realize that there is a strong Judeo-Christian relationship with the tarot, and there is a strong relationship from ancient esoteric Egyptian practice and religious belief and cosmology worldview that is translated into Israel, okay? And then is poured out into the rest of the Western world and has affected all of our lives, okay? And this is also the Moses figure, okay? Or even a Pharaoh figure when the Pharaoh was on a chariot and chasing Moses down, okay? And we see the Sphinx. Again, Egyptian reference. So the power in this tarot and the richness and the depth of it is still so fascinating to me. So I'm going to bring all that to you and blah, blah, blah. Sorry about that. Now let's get to Pisces. Pisces is jumping. Okay, Pisces is jumping like a little fish. Pisces has a lot of energy, partially because your return is coming up. Okay, your energy is coming up. The sun is going to move into your energy. Yeah, you guys are jumping out. I've got to try to set up my super chat. Pisces, let's do it. Okay, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, I feel like you are considering how you're going to move forward with an offer. I think that there's a powerful and important opportunity here for you that is actually going to wake you up and shake you up. I think that, some things that were okay with you for a while are now you're ready to kind of like expand, okay? The question is, are you ready to do the hard work to and go the distance to make this thing come true, okay? I think that some of you may even have an entrepreneurial idea, but you see that it is kind of like a big idea and it's like, how am I going to do that? Or you have an opportunity, an entrepreneurial opportunity, okay? Ooh, Pisces, you got a great reading here, okay? You got a lot of prosperity coming out here. And, the Pisces, you're going to have the real ability to focus. Yeah, you've got a lot of great cards. Yeah. Okay, let me stop here. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, I just keep pulling them. Okay, Pisces, boom. The confusion should be clearing, okay? If the confusion is not clearing or you're doing something the same way over and over again, it's some kind of like, you need to really work on your mental state. You've got to really realize, Pisces, that doing the same thing wrong over and over is still wrong. Okay, so that's one way to look at this. Another way to look at this is that you are actually getting more clarity, that some of the opportunities that you realize are false and illusory are clearing up and getting out of the way. Some opportunities that have, you just realize that's not really what I want to do. And I feel like a lot of you are getting a greater sense of focus. With that sense of focus, Pisces, you're going to be able to stand strong. You're going to stand up for yourself. You're probably going to be able to command money. Negotiate with this offer. Okay. Really do something with this offer where it comes. Yeah. And you're going to be able to, kind of balance, the resources that you have with where you want to go. You might be able to balance two different worlds, your work life and your home life, to create a greater balance here. This is someone who is able to actually, who has money, but is juggling, but they're kind of needing to invest, okay, in themselves, perhaps, in their own skills and talents and their own abilities. Okay, you want to get your money on track. You want to get your money flowing. Okay, you want to get that monetary flow. I think that's going to really happen. I think that some of you are going to be moving to a new place, landing on your feet. Okay, that the road is open for you. The road is open for you, and decisions have been made and that are going to ultimately lead to a strong, productive work life. Okay, so yeah. All right, so that's just the start. That's just to start the Pisces reading, okay? But Pisces is definitely getting some kind of offer here, okay? Pisces has been held off from their, I think Pisces has some latent abilities, okay? Pisces has latent, hidden, secret, artistic skills, okay? Something really powerful to offer, but they're not quite sure. So there might be a block, psychological, mental confusion here, a block that is stunting the creativity, like a writer's block, okay? Like some kind of creative block. There's some kind of creative block here, Pisces. But beyond that block, I think Pisces is simply overwhelmed by the magnitude of what they can offer, okay? I think Pisces is simply overwhelmed. Some of you have great powers, Pisces. Some of you have a great creativity. Some of you have a great connection and something that's really powerful and in-depth. Almost like even there might even be spirituality, spirits speaking to you and trying to express themselves through you. But you've got to line up with this creativity and be able to express it and be able to shine it forth. And I think that that's kind of some kind of psychological, some kind of subconscious machinery is processing this. And I think that's what you're waiting for. It's like the wheel of death you see when you're just like, oh my God, is this ever going to load? I think that's what you're dealing with, Pisces. You've got something really phenomenal inside of you. It's almost like, just use the web page analogy. But once that web page loads inside of you, you're going to realize, whoa, no wonder it took so long to load. It's a freaking amazing website. It's got like it's like the thing I have to offer is so vast, so powerful, so complex, so potent. Okay. I think that's it. It's just kind of like loading. It's massive download. Okay. You're about to really channel something powerful out into the world. Okay, you got to let it buffer. You got buffering, loading. Think of that circle around his head. Like, what's going on? Okay. And the question is, are you going to be able to really go the distance? Okay. Can you go the distance? Are you really going to be able to see this project all the way through in this really interesting notion? And it might be a lot of work, and it might be a lot of work to break off. I think the important thing for you is to compartmentalize, digest, and make little chunks of things that you can take care of one at a time. And I definitely think to look for a guru or anyone with prior experience in these creative fields, or anyone even dealing with the challenge of the block, of this kind of like writer's block, okay, this kind of creative block, the stage fright. Any of you who are dealing with that, speak to someone else who's professional, because they most likely have the same experience, the same blockages. And they may have tricks and techniques that are going to liberate your mind. Your subconscious, yeah, you're going to liberate your mind, okay? Now, this is one of the most creative, highly creative characters in the tarot. This is a flamboyantly dressed, this is like the flamer, like, like flaming homosexual who's like, oh my God, girl, look at this big stick I've got, okay? Right? Not to be too vulgar, but they're so dressed, okay? They're so set up. Pisces, you've got something so, your mind is really going to switch on, okay? So don't stress out about what's taking so long. Once this loads, once you kind of get your download, it's going to really pop. Okay, you're going to be able to do things that are powerful. Okay, you may even be afraid of the power and the change. Okay, you have to be careful, and again, consult with the experts. Things that are in any way risque, in any way controversial, in any way explosive. You really want to be careful so you're not too avant-garde. You don't want to be so out of the box that people don't get you, and you don't want to be so in your face that it's no longer art, but it's now a protest. You don't want to necessarily you want to fight them. You want to give them art to open their mind and inspire them. Okay, so that's what I would recommend for you. Don't come at your art, and once you really get it, don't. It's non-confrontational. Okay, it's just beautiful. Focus on the beauty. Focus on the beauty. Okay. And not the message. Let the message soak into people on their subconscious and in a subtle way. If you're a trained artist, if you are not a trained artist, speak to a trained artist about that concept, okay? About using art as communication. Art is not a weapon, okay? Art is not a weapon, okay? Yeah, but I think that ultimately, though, you guys, you're coming up to a great Pisces. You're going to really be able to have something stable and solid. I think that some of once this thing sorts out, you're going to be very successful at it. You're going to be very creative. You're going to really be able to set up a foundation for yourself, whether it's in the workplace or whether it's in the romantics, like home life kind of sphere. You're going to really you're going to have the resources to start to establish yourself, okay, and build a foundation. I think that you might be intimidated by how massive this download is, okay? But the important thing is to sit with it, sort it out, okay? Go through it issue by issue, okay? Work out each thing, okay? And move forward with what you can actually do and what you can actually manifest. Okay, and that might be the grunt work of actually setting something up. You may actually be setting up a business. You may be setting up a home-based business. Okay, some of you could be having a social media, be on social media and trying to figure that out and figuring out how to really capitalize on that and make your social media more effective, which is what I should be doing. Okay, so yeah, I think ultimately Pisces, you've got a lot of success coming up here. I think you just got to deal with this block. You've got to deal with this writer's block. Okay, you've got to deal with this creative block. Oops. And have faith that you are going to get it, and that you are actually specifically the person intended to answer these questions. And again, something I'm noticing now is that we've got these 2 4s, which is really again talking about your stability. Okay, your emotional and material stability is going to be super important. Okay, your emotional and material stability is going to be super important. All right. And I think that you like the emotional stability is not here because something new is here, but I think that's going to be fine. Or if you're feeling insecure right now or confused at all, you should start seeing it clear up more and more and more and more. Okay, let's move on from Pisces. And did I skip Aquarius? I think I skipped Aquarius. Sorry, Aquarius. Sorry, Toph. It's my dog. Sorry, Raven. It's my other Aquarian friend. I should give free birthday readings if it's your birthday. Oh, I'm going to do that. Oh, birthday time, yeah. All right, lit up Aquarius. How does Aquarius going to change the world? How is Aquarius going to change the world? and you are kind of figuring out these, you're just kind of seeing the landscape, okay? And I think you've got some challenges, Aquarius. But the situation is that the road is open, but I feel like you're not 100% clear if you want to continue to move forward towards this mother-daughter energy, or towards this, this latent creative endeavor, or this latent superpower kind of thing. I think that you are aware of what is going on. I think that you really see what's going on here. I think that you've got a good ability to sum up the energies going around you and what's about to happen. Okay, I think in your environment, you're really going to need some assistance in really seeing if you're being as efficient and maximizing your work as much as you can in order to make the material gains that you need to make. Okay, now you may be working hard on something methodically. Okay, and wondering if you're doing it right, wondering why you're not making the profits that you were hoping for. But I think this is actually a relationship reading. So I think that this is simply investing the time into a relationship and wondering, is it really paying off? Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is a marriage situation, a relationship. I think this is about having an equal playing field in a relationship and coming out of adversity and coming out of conflict. Okay. And I think that that there is a long-term road ahead of you, and it's not just a road, it's a mountain, it's a canyon. Okay. That there's just a new lifestyle, that there just needs to be I always see this like canyon that needs to be this towering, obstruction that needs to be scaled, and you just got to hunker down. Okay, you've got to hunker down and know that work has to be made. Okay, Aquarius, you've got to know that it's got to be made. And I also think that there might be some issues around money and too much money leaving you. But I think that that's going to clear up. Okay, maybe you're paying too much money somehow, or you're investing into this thing and you're wondering, why am I not getting the returns? Okay, why is this road open and I've begun this new endeavor and I'm working hard on it, but I just don't understand. Okay, you need professional help. Okay, now this is even in a business sense. You need professional help to help you with your entrepreneurial idea. If this is in a relationship sense, you need professional help to help you with your relationship, because there's so much water here and there is difficulty. Okay, so you want to think of who is that wise elder that can speak into your life. This could be a grandfather or a father figure or a mentor figure, a teacher, okay, a pastor, religious person, someone who can speak to you and advise you on the things that you are actually doing, things that you're doing in your work life or in your love life, okay, and how you can make that more efficient. You want to see someone who has actually who knows, who has the experience and the expertise to speak to you about that. And you may need to break off some money to pay for that service. Okay, you need to maybe even pay someone to speak to you and give you the insight and clarity that you need. Okay, your hope is to move forward and to move on and to have like the skill and talent to take care of yourself and your family, to have not just a little success. You want to have a long-term success. Okay, and the great thing about this is that it's not about you. Is that there's a great selflessness in the Six of Swords, is that this person is working for others, that he's on a mission for other people, okay? And this big transformation and change, is still leading to, there's still this emotional upset, okay? There's still this emotional upset that comes to the future, okay? Because I'm seeing there's a situation here. I feel like there might be a situation here in the family, okay? And I feel like there might be a situation with the ladies in the family. I feel like there might be a situation with the mother, wife, okay? And that these energies are not happy, okay? These energies are not fulfilled. These energies are not happy. These energies are not feeling like they're having access to the things that they really want and need. And so that someone is trying to fill that hole there's a hole somewhere in the life of the Aquarian family, and that someone is trying to fill that hole. Okay, they could be filling that hole with alcohol, with gambling, with these kind of distracting, mildly addictive behaviors. This is not quite the devil. But this is still that self-medication. Okay, this is not the devil, addiction, but it could be a self-medication, self-pity, wallowing a little bit in the emotion. I think that there's some disappointment without being able, not being able to reach out to the ones that you love in a powerful way. There might be, again, this is Cancer, Scorpio, any kind of general water sign. Okay. And this is all towards the future. So, there is a well of emotion. There's a lot of emotion coming. There's a lot of emotion coming related to how much work is being put in. Okay. I think that someone has tried, some Pisces have tried something, or something has been attempted, and something has been, they're trying to make it work, that they're trying their hardest and they're getting frustrated. Okay. Don't be frustrated. Okay. I think that you're a little bit frustrated and just feeling like defeated. And why isn't this working? Why can't I pull this off? But you need to speak to someone professionally, okay? Because it's creating this emotional disturbance within you, Pisces, okay? So speak to someone, get clarity, get clear, actionable advice, get someone to tell you specifically what you can do to make a change and what you can do to move forward, what you can do to make an impact, okay? And that's all you've got to do, okay? You're going to have to let karma and destiny and the events play out as far as healing this family situation, but you are not going to find healing unless, or even business situation, but you are not going to find healing until you get help. You are not going to find healing until someone is able to help you and speak into your life, okay? And if you have already sought help and tried to move forward, you've got to really stick to what they told you to do, okay? You've got to move in a way where you're able to actually have the transition and the change. And even if it's painful and difficult, if it's a difficult change, that's okay. But you've got to be able to have the strength to sort those things out, because it's just going to be important. Okay. I think you're coming out of a family trouble. Okay. And that you're hoping to heal these things. And with that healing is going to come a little bit of sorrow, a little bit of sadness. But that these things are necessary. You just have to let the events play out how they let the situation play out. Okay. And seek advice, seek help, because you see that there's a problem. You see that things should be working in a way that they're not working. Why can't the child stay? I feel like, where are the kids going? Where are they going? Someone is going somewhere. I feel like, and you've tried to, I don't know, I'm getting this kind of foster child kind of thing. And I'm concerned that a foster child has to go. Or something that you took in and something that you tried to make a way for, something that you tried to create opportunities for, it just isn't worked out, and it has to move, it has to go, it has to transition, okay? You might not understand why. It may be heartbreaking. There may be nothing that you can do, okay? But there are other people who've been through this situation, okay? There have been many, many other people who have had, issues with children, foster children, things like that, or projects that they have taken on and inherited, and that they have said, I'm going to love this and I'm going to nurture this, and that, it hasn't worked out. So, know that these are not unusual circumstances, that this is not unusual for this to not work out, Pisces. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, Pisces, thank you so much. I'm not going to be able to go through all my stuff. I've been on here for an hour and a half. I'm only doing 3 seconds. Right. Okay, let's see what we got after Pisces. Hit me up for a private reading at theharlequincafe@gmail.com. theharlequincafe@gmail.com. You can donate to the channel below. Okay. Help me buy more cards. Aries. Well, I went way deep on Pisces. Yeah, Pisces, your season is coming up. Your energies are increasing around you. Okay. So yeah, I went deep on that one. I felt that one hard. Okay, here we go. Aries. Thank you, God, for Aries. Thank you for their strength and their motivation. Thank you for them cutting away, carving away, opening the road. Aries is the old road opener. Was that I think I got confused. Hold on, I'm sorry. I might have been saying Pisces. That previous reading was Aquarius. I wasn't clear about that. That was Aquarius. Sorry, I got my Pisces and Aquarius mixed. That was Aquarius. We already did Pisces before. I would say you may be dealing with the Pisces, but I don't know. Could have just been my mistake. All right, here we go. Aries. Aries. Woo! We got the same card in the same position. It's just flipped over. Okay. So your road's not necessarily open, Aries. You're wondering how to get around this obstacle. Someone in your way, some female, I feel like, in your way. You're like, I wish this girl would move out of my way so I can see. Yeah. Aries is like, what? Get out of my way. I'm trying to see what's happening here. Okay, somebody's in your way. Somebody's big head is in your way. And they don't realize it. They don't know. They don't know that they're your big obstacle. Okay. But yeah, I think that something's going on. There's a little bit of an obstacle. There's some kind of filter that's keeping you from, or something that needs to be filtered, or you're in a situation where you need to keep two things separated, and that you really need to keep your wits about you, your head about you, and you're maybe even stuck in this situation where you are somehow the person who has been appointed to make the choice, or appointed to be the gatekeeper, appointed to sit at the door like a bouncer. You might be the bouncer, okay? And where you are like, you can come in and you can't come in, and you've got this kind of like criteria to vet these people and say, is this a good person or not? You've got some kind of methodology that's been worked out. And I think that people really appreciate your presence though. Okay. I think it might be a little bit of a difficult job, but that people are happy that you were there and doing it. And you're probably the right person, Aries, for the job at the time. Okay. There is a sort of mysterious energy here, okay? What's really speaking to me, again, with this, these two twos here, okay? These are both so similar to justice. They're both similar to one another, okay? So, yeah, I think that there is like this portal, this doorway, this gate, and that this gate needs to be defended and protected, okay? I think that you were the person appointed to sit and protect this doorway. You may be protecting a mother, okay? Or a sister, auntie kind of thing, okay? Some kind of female person in your family. And you may be really vetting the people that come in and out of their life. And I think that that person they may not have the power to protect themselves, and you are here on watch, and that they really appreciate you, and that you are really instrumental to them even having a sense of safety while they are able to work out themselves. Or work on this daughter kind of energy, on these secrets, on this mystery. You or another person may be discovering something about themselves that needs to be looked into. It could be needing to be looked into a medical way or a psychiatric way, but it could be that's unlikely. It's almost like this person sees some kind of like other kind of illness or some other kind of dis-ease, that something that is in their world that they're like, I've really got to fix this thing. I really need to get my sleep and take my medicine so they can get over this hump. And I think that you are a defender in between that. And I think that I feel like you even want to be a permanent fixture. Like you want to be this you like helping them. You want to be a stronger presence there. You want to be something that can permanently provide this service. Because you are good at it, you may make that offer, but they may be unsure. They may be unsure if they want to have this long-term relationship with you. I've got Temperance reversed next to the Death card. Reverse. This is bitter medicine. This is medicine that creates symptoms, side effects. Okay. So yeah, I feel like this may even be a medical situation. There may be someone who needs some healing and they need just even emotional support or just like home support kind of thing, and logistical support. This could be a mom or a daughter. This could be a pregnant person Maybe they're having difficulty, complications. Okay, or it's just a difficult situation. I see someone's heavy. Someone is either overweight or someone has a baby in their body. Okay, there is a bitter medicine. There could be someone who is trying to terminate a pregnancy, unfortunately. Okay, and that's what's happening, and that you are that moral support for them. There could be someone who is having a difficult pregnancy. There could be someone who is overweight, who has some kind of weight-related illness, or some kind of, the illness is making them overweight as a side effect, or, that because of their overweight is creating these other issues, a lack of mobility, feet problems, could be diabetes also. Yeah. Okay, so I think that the situation here is for that person needs to really hydrate. There is a massive amount of water, again, that I continue to say. So if I was this person, whether you're pregnant, whether you're diabetic, whether you're having an abortion, whether you're overweight and having ankle problems or whatever, water. Okay, you're going to need water. Okay, that is drinking lots of water and swimming. Exercise in a pool, a low impact exercise routine. And that you, Aries, need to continue to support this person. You can, and if this is a mother, if this is a wife, this is a daughter, okay, that they're going to still need your support. They're going to need your support at the doorway. Okay, so this doorway thing. And they're going to need your support at the pool or something where they're, exercise and get what they need. Yeah, you guys hit me up for this one. This is a really interesting one. I don't normally get medical kind of things, but I do think that this someone needs support because they're having a medical situation. Okay. All right, smart guys. Here we go. We did Aries. We're gonna move from Aries now. We're gonna go on to Taurus. See it in Taurus. Okay, Taurus at the center of your reading is also the Empress. Okay, so that Venusian energy should be shining for you. I don't know if your Venus is in detriment right now. So we got Taurus. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta work. I'm about to cut this off. Taurus. I'm about to cut this off and do another part 2 later. I appreciate you guys who've stuck with me. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for loving, subbing, and ringing my bell. Okay, so you know when I go live. Let's hit this up on Taurus. Okay, Taurus, you may be confused about some offers that are coming in. Okay. Seven, 7, 7, lined up. Okay, I don't see 5s, which is good. Okay. All right. So, Taurus, we are dealing with a situation with a communication block. This could even be like a, relationship block, someone in your way as far as your relationship. Okay, and the person you're attracted to. Okay, you've got really a lot of choices and options, big arrays of information in front of you. Okay, there are a lot of things to sort through and a lot of things to sort out and a lot of things to clear up here in regards to I just kind of feel like in regards to like who are the players, who are the cooks in the kitchen? Why are there so many people? Okay. Maybe not so many people. Maybe too many suggestions, too many offers even. Okay, and that the Taurus has to sort through these offers. Okay, Taurus, you're gonna have to sort through these offers. Okay, you're gonna have to sort through all of this confusion. You got to look at what's really close into your own personal priorities, and then you're going to have to figure out, okay, what am I going to actually move on? Okay, what are you going to actually move on that's in your best interest? Okay, I think you're going to be able to move forward, and maybe you even spent a lot of time privately. Okay, and that's something that you still want to maintain. You really enjoyed the people of the past and the situation that you're in before, and you may be thinking of how can you recreate that with this new opportunity. Okay. But I think coming up towards the outcome of this is that we're seeing that it's the 7 of Wands reversed. Okay, so this one suggests to me of like really having just a lot of fire to put out, like a lot of different details to deal with, and things that are making you kind of back up, and a little bit making you like kind of like stop your forward movement. In some ways, you may need to backtrack and sort out some minor details, some minor problems. You may need to step back before you can step forward, and there may be some things at home that and some logistics with your family that you need to work out. They may not be fully supportive of the opportunities that you have. Okay, and they may challenge you, they may question you and tell you not to move forward. Okay, and that's the challenge. Okay, is that you've got pressure from the family in competition with an offer, an opportunity that you've got right now. And I think that you need to choose. You can only choose one, and you've got to be able to. Who are you going to put forward first? Are you going to put your family over this offer, or are you going to? Are you going to put your family over this offer, or the offer over this family? I think in some ways the family factor is just confusing you. And then you don't want to be confused. You want to be able to really you don't want to be confused. You just want to be really motivated. And you don't necessarily, the question is, do this lack of communication, something is slowing you down. You could be moving faster. Yeah. Okay. So the challenge here is, how do you muster your resources so that you can go your own way? Okay. You may just want to be leaving the nest. There's also another thing here. It's like, how can I get out of this house? Like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? My mom, my sister, getting on my nerves. Okay. Like, oh my God, my auntie, I just want to be left alone. Like, I just want my own room. I just want to have my own place. I just want to be able to make my own decisions and just want to do my own thing. Okay. And when you're able to create your own greater sense of independence and autonomy and less dependence on other people and codependence, I'm not saying that you're being codependent, but there is there's a relationship where people need to go their own way. Okay. Because you're being immobilized. Okay. And you need to be able to move forward and go your own way with the haters be damned. Okay. It's irrelevant what the family thinks, because it's going to ultimately bring you to your purpose and your satisfaction and to your destiny, and lining you up with your family, the family that you're going to make, not the family you came from. Okay. And making plans that, you may be looking to move. You may be looking to secure your own place here, or to, do something. Because, sorry, I'm kind of stuttering. What I really think is that you are trying to link up and create new opportunities for yourself. You want to move away from the old group and into a new group. Okay, the old group, which was dysfunctional and difficult for you to be creative and get your things done, and moving forward to a new group of people, linking up with them, and doing really building with them, and they really helping these people who already have a great idea. Okay, some of these people already have a great idea, or you have a great idea and they want to invest in you. And the question is, how can you do that? And you need to do it. You really need to do it, Taurus, so that you are feeling strong and successful. Okay, and that your family is happy, and your happiness is going to bring that family happiness. And how do I put it? Your happiness is the family happiness that you need to worry about. Let's put it that way. If the rest of the family is not happy, it doesn't matter. Your happiness is the only happiness in the family that you really need to be worried about right now. How can you make yourself happier? Okay, how can you be more in line with what you want to manifest and make in this world, and where you really want to go, and how you want to have victory and stand above the rest and have options for yourself and have a future, and not be stuck in the past, and not be clung to the past, and not be held down by family getting in your way. If you want to break people off so you can move into a new group, okay, the old relationships, the old friends, the old family, you're ready for something new. You're like, okay, that's the old stuff. Where's the new Ace of Cups here? Where's my new opportunities? Okay. So I hope those opportunities come for you. Okay. on finishing Taurus now, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this 2-hour video. I'm going to come back and I'm going to do the, probably tomorrow, I'll do the other signs, probably a live read, maybe around the same time. Okay, I think that today that's pretty good. Okay, we're going to pull new major arcana, and that will be for, and we will start it off with Cancer. Okay, it will be Cancer, Leo, and maybe I'll just do 3 signs. Who knows? Maybe I'll do seasonal signs. I don't know. And then, yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out. Thank you for watching my sweaty armpits while I'm reading your cards for you. Thank you for asking your own questions. Thank you for loving me, subbing me, and ringing my bell. Okay, so you guys can check me out anytime. I'm going to figure out this coffee and chocolate giveaway. I think it's going to be really awesome. I might be doing it for people who are giving me, who are calling for personal readings. You might be able to be enrolled that way. Or, I don't know, I'm thinking about Patreon and Vimeo and all that stuff too. So, I don't know. If you guys have suggestions, you guys have something to say, let me know. If this resonates with you, please comment and let me know how it resonates with you and what are some of the challenges that you've been going through. Starting with the Capricorns, the Pisces, then I went to Aquarius. From Aquarius, we went to Aries, then Taurus. Okay, so if you guys are in any of those signs, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, or Mars, it's pretty much a bunch of them, then go ahead and let me know, because I'm very curious and I'd love to continue to help you and offer more to you. We've got some raunchy romance readings that might be coming up once I get my new deck of cards. We've got some more Kabbalistic hoodoo Bible tarot sermons, I'm going to call it, tarot sermons. We're going to be really talking about the millennial kingdom. And what does that mean, the millennial kingdom? I know a lot of people don't know anything about the millennial kingdom, and they don't really know a lot about these things. So that's what I want to offer you and continue to teach. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. You guys are awesome. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.